Fuck my life. What was this fucking show, bro? We're recording this at fucking 3 in the morning. It's so cursed. I'm so goddamn tired. This was Austin's idea and his fault, and it was so cursed.
Oh, fuck, man. Oh, this show was so great.
The show was bad, bro.
I
It was
know.
so bad.
It was so cursed, though. Oh, man. I think I'm becoming you in a way. Like, I think you're turning into me and I'm turning into you because I'm starting to like the curse shit more. And you just think it's so bad, man.
See, because you know about all these fucking curse segments that I don't know about. And, like, you'll randomly just be like, oh, don't you remember this? And I'm like, no, I don't remember that.
Bro, the only segment I knew on this show was the Draws and Talk segment.
I didn't know about it.
You do now.
Yeah, I'm never gonna fucking forget it. It's the dumbest looking shit I've ever seen.
I mean, there's a lot of dumb shit on this fucking episode.
You can talk about most of the shit. I'm so fucking tired, bro.
Alright.
What fucking episode was this anyway?
This was the November 16th, 1998 episode of Raw is War. It's the episode where Draws pushes Hawk off the Titantron. Oh, I got the giggles now. Oh, fuck. So, this show started out with the backlash of the Survivor Series pay-per-view because it was the night prior. And, it was fucking Stone Cold versus, I think, who was he facing? Mankind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he stunned him, went for the pin, but Shane, it was the infamous moment where Shane counted 2 and then middle fingered Stone Cold. So that's what they based the show off of, pretty much. So like the corporation come out. Well, they're about to be the corporation once the show like goes on, but it's fucking Gerald Briscoe, Pat Patterson, Vincent Shane McMahon, Sergeant Slaughter, and Big Boss Man, and they're talking about how they're like basically the best or whatever, and fucking talking about how everybody should kiss Vince McMahon's ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Devon, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you kiss Vince McMahon's ass?
No, this segment was like over fucking 20 minutes long, bro. It was so long.
It was so long, bro. And then fucking Vince talks about how The Rock kisses his ass, and The Rock comes out and he's talking because he's the champion now because he beat Mankind, and he's talking about how he's the corporate champion. He's gonna hit the corporate elbow. He's gonna use the corporate eyebrow. Oh, it was so bad. And then they're trying to show off about how everything happened on Survivor Series, and basically Stone Cold comes out and ruins their plans because he's like, oh, well, I got a title shot tonight. That's basically it. Like, I got this title shot tonight, and even a judge from Kentucky, which they were in Kentucky tonight, even a Kentucky certified judge says that this is a legal document and that I can have this fucking match tonight with The Rock for the championship.
Yep. Because why not?
And so that sets up the main event, and that was like 20 minutes, but it's 20 minutes just to set that up, bro.
Mhm.
And then it cuts to commercial. Of course, we don't see the commercial, and tell me why, bro. This is when it started going downhill. Because Devon was fine, and we were fine watching up until this point. It was like, oh, what's gonna happen next? And we see ICP and the oddities in the ring.
Yep.
Oh fuck. The oddities of Kurgan, Golga, and I can't remember the other guy's name, with ICP and Luna Vachon in their corner, along with the Cartman plush that she carried for Golga.
Oh god.
And they took on X-Pac, Road Dogg, and Billy Gunn. By the way, nobody got an entrance. Let's just say that
Yeah.
nobody got a fucking entrance.
Didn't you say that it was because fucking the fact that they on Peacock or whatever have to like cut out all the ICP songs or whatever?
Yeah. All the performances and everything, since they don't own it, because they don't want to pay for it, they cut it all out.
Jesus Christ.
It's weird. They pay for the most random shit, but then when they don't want to pay for it, they try their fucking hardest, bro. Like, I can't remember what they paid royalties for. It was one of the most random things they paid royalties for, but they don't pay royalties for ICP. I mean, I guess it's the oddities, so it really doesn't matter too much, but like still. But this match was fairly short. It teased fucking ICP turning on the oddities. By the way, did you know? You probably didn't know actually. Once the ICP finally turned on the oddities, they just disappeared.
The ICP disappeared or the oddities disappeared?
Like ICP had like one match against them, and ICP disappeared.
Jesus Christ, bro.
I don't think they had a wrestling gig besides their own wrestling company until WCW after that. So
Jesus Christ.
yeah, so fucking Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, and X-Pac win. And the oddities are all pissed off at Shaggy 2 Dope because he caused them to lose and everything. And that's that. And then randomly, Road Dogg is going up the ramp and we see fucking Headbanger, fucking Thrasher, and Mosh
Yeah.
go and fucking attack. Just attack fucking Road Dogg and for no reason and then
bro.
dip.
They just pan the camera and they're just jumping them.
Yeah, we're just like, what the fuck? Bro, it was so random, and then they just dipped. And there's like nothing that came from it. Now, was the next match the one with Val Venus, or am I skipping a match?
Fucking, oh god. Well, I think after that, fucking Ken Shamrock came out and did a promo.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, Ken Shamrock comes out, and this is like early days Ken Shamrock, so his promos are and he calls out Big Boss Man, and that was basically it. Like,
Pretty much.
that was pretty much it. Oh, I think, yeah, it was Mark Henry. It was Mark Henry next. So, it was Mark Henry and Val Venus next. And when I tell you, we were trying to fucking follow what the fuck was going on. We were so lost because the commentators, like, it was Jerry Lawler and fucking JR. And when I tell you the commentators were like, we're talking about the most what the fuck shit that honestly we'll have to probably get to eventually because this is the most random shit I've ever heard. So apparently, right now, two storylines are going on with Val Venus and Mark Henry, and they're facing each other. Oh, D'Lo Brown is with Mark Henry, but apparently, China is like, I guess, suing fucking Mark Henry for sexual assault.
Mm-hmm.
So they're talking about that, and then in the other half of the match, they're talking about apparently fucking Terry Reynolds is talking about Val Venus being the father of her unborn child.
Yep.
And
Because
just like,
I don't know why.
I just, you know what's funny too? Fucking that kind of translates to the other match on the show with Goldust, because Terry Reynolds was with Goldust at the time. Kayfabe and like not kayfabe.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Nope. I don't hear Austin. Fucking. The show was so terrible, bro. Like.
I'm back. Fucking yeah, it's so bad, man. I think the next match was probably one of the worst, bro. Like I can't be bothered, bro. The next match was was a tag team match, and we didn't even know it was a tag team match before it was a tag team match.
Yeah.
So first person to come out is Goldust, and we're like, okay, it's Goldust. And I was telling Devon, at least it's not the artist formerly known as Goldust, but oh boy, did I not know. Did I not know it was going to happen. Because we get Steve Blackman, and we're kind of just like, why? But we're like, okay, that's fine. It's Steve Blackman. Maybe we think it's going to be a one-on-one. And then we hear Jeff Jarrett's thing. Can't, bro, I can't. How did you... Tell me how you felt when Jeff Jarrett came out, Devin.
I was just like, why, bro? Like, every show, everything we review, it somehow, for some reason, Jeff Jarrett is just every time part of the show. Every fucking time. He's always in the worst parts of the show, doing the worst shit too. Like, why? It just has to be Jeff Jarrett. It could not be anyone else. You could have picked any other person, but it always has to be Jeff Jarrett every time. And somehow
Could you,
every one of these fucking shows that you pick for us to watch, every time Jeff Jarrett is on it.
No,
I've
I
seen
genuinely did not
so
know.
many. I think at this point, I've seen just about every iteration of Jeff Jarrett in his career. I think. Besides, like, his AAA stuff and, like, Global Force. That's about the only two things I haven't seen of this man.
But you love Jeff Jarrett. Oh, man. Do you want to do the honors and tell everybody who Jeff Jarrett's partner was?
Oh, well, I don't know why he was his partner. I don't know. Jeff Jarrett just seems to be partners with everyone and work with everyone and all that good stuff. Don't know why. But, fucking, nevertheless, Jeff Jarrett, his partner, for some reason, some fucking unknown reason, comes out,
No.
and his partner is none other than the Blue Blazer. Now, for those who don't know, the Blue Blazer
Oh, no.
was Owen Hart's last gimmick before he passed away. and basically the Blue Blazer was, I guess, kind of supposed to be like a superhero type gimmick, and it was really bad, like really bad, and that well, that's what Owen Hart was when he tragically fell to his death. Was the he was dressed up as the Blue Blazer.
If he would die, that tragedy would happen May 23rd, 1999. So like 7 months before, like after this.
Yeah. Which is ironic because they had somebody fall to their death on the show. So.
Oh no, I forgot.
You already forgot?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much things that happen on this show, man. They were accompanied by Deborah as well. That's just to mention. But yeah, this match was pretty short. Steve Blackman and Goldust won, and Steve Blackman was trying to unmask the Blue Blazer, and then out of nowhere, Owen Hart comes out and is helping Jeff Jarrett and the Blue Blazer attack fucking Steve Blackman and Goldust. Oh, and they kick him all in the nuts and then dip.
Jeez, it was so bad.
No, I think I've skipped a couple things because there's also a thing where fucking the makeshift corporation is trying to see why mankind is so like distraught, I guess. And they're all Sergeant Slaughter, Gerald Briscoe, and fucking Pat Patterson are all terrified of mankind. All people. Also, another thing that just a random fucking thing that happened on this show, there was 2 segments where Kane just was walking through the parking lots and arena and everything and just started choke slamming people. Like he choke slammed 2 like workers, and then he choke slammed a couple tried to choke slam a couple fans, and then the cops showed up, and then we didn't see Kane. We didn't see Kane nowhere after that.
No.
Oh fuck this show. And then after that, I believe was you can't really call it a match. I would say, but we had we had the Godfather and his hose take on Steven Regal. Now, Devon, do you know what gimmick this was of Steven Regal?
From what I've seen, apparently it's the real man gimmick, or man's man gimmick.
He's the real man's man. And he's coked out of his mind. So coked out of his mind. So this segment wasn't really a match. I will say that, because the Godfather offered his hose to Regal, and Regal accepted. So yeah, Regal is fucked up and horny. So that's basically the deal with this shit. And
that's so terrible.
Then Godfather's like, you know what they say, England is where the F slurs. That's what that was bleeped for. It was the F slur, bro. I looked it up. It was bad. And then Regal gets his face and just starts attacking Godfather, and they don't even have the match. It just cuts away. It just cuts
Yeah,
away.
just don't have the match because I guess they just couldn't be bothered.
Now, at this point in the show, we don't have much of the show left. We had. First, we had the Ken Shamrock and Big Boss Man match, which was pretty boring until they actually started shooting on each other. like,
Yeah,
like Boss Man, I don't know what the fuck Ken Shamrock did, but it enraged Boss Man so much it looked like he was about to pop a blood vessel and fucking murder Shamrock. Like
yeah,
all these referees had to come out and everything. And then Shane and Vince come out and they're like, Ken Shamrock, we have to be a family on some Fast and Furious shit.
yep. Because I
And
don't know why. I just don't know why anymore.
did you notice how Big Boss Man was still fucking? You could tell he was still seething, like wanting to fucking knock the fuck out of Ken Shamrock.
Yeah,
Oh, bro, it was so that like Shamrock just joins the corporation, and that's just the deal. And then we get to the reason we watched this show. The only part I knew about this show, which was, well, let's just get to the match first. The Legion of Doom of Draws and Animal
mm-hmm.
versus the Brood of Gangrel and Edge with Christian uh, in their corner.
Yep.
And at first, this match was fairly normal. And then we see Hawk with a full head of hair, regular t-shirt, and some jeans come out. And he just starts scaling the Titantron. And we're like, oh, he's just scaling the Titantron. And the Legion of Doom get counted out. So it cuts to break after he scaled the Titantron. And basically, they're doing this whole suicide angle where he's about to kill himself.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about his demons and his mental state and everything.
Yep.
And it gets to a point where even Paul Ellering, their manager of 15 years, is out there. He's like, Hawk, don't do it. My kids still call you their uncle and everything. And then Draws decides, oh, I'm gonna scale the Titantron and help him, quote unquote.
Yep.
And at this point, if you know what's going on, you know where this is going. So Hawk is like, don't fucking come up here. You're the last person I want to see. And Draws just pushes him off. And it's a blatant push. But JR is like, he fell. He fell. Like, I can't be bothered, bro. The show is so fucked.
Yeah.
But fucking after that, it cuts again, and they show an ambulance pull off with Hawk's body. And later in the show, we find out that he's still breathing, and that's like all we find out.
Jesus Christ, man.
And then next was my suffering because then Sable comes out and she's the new women's champion. And would you care to partake in her promo?
So, she was trying to do like a babyface promo about how she wanted to dedicate her women's title win to the fans or whatever. And then Shane McMahon came out. I was like, oh, Sable, why do you want to dedicate your title win to the fans? The fans ever do for you? You should be dedicating it to the man that made you, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. And fucking Sable got all offended and was like, oh, Shane, the only women you get is the ones you buy. And I'm a real woman. I'm as real as it gets. And this is one woman that's not selling or whatever. And that was like her whole promo.
That was it. Yeah, that was pretty much it.
And she called herself
Um,
a real woman, and Austin didn't like that too much.
I mean, because she's not. But nonetheless, fucking, besides that, the only other thing that happened on this show before the main event was fucking. It's the stupidest shit ever. Sergeant Slaughter, Gerald Briscoe, and fucking Pat Patterson are told by Vince, you either get Mankind or you leave the building. So they go and do it, and basically they're all wearing football helmets and jerseys, and they got weapons.
Jesus Christ.
And they all get, like, they get the upper hand on Mankind for a bit, but then Mankind just whoops their fucking ass.
Yeah.
Oh. And then fucking we get the main event, and the main event's Stone Cold versus The Rock, and it's okay. But at this point, we were so, like, there was so much curse shit on this show that we were just so overloaded at this point, and it's just a regular match until fucking Undertaker shows up and just hits Stone Cold with the shovel.
Just out of nowhere, like, they don't even show him coming down the ramp. They just pan the camera, and him and Paul Bearer are already at ringside.
Like, that, there was no mention of Undertaker on this show whatsoever, and he just shows up.
And so there's no mention of Undertaker, but then they show Kane in several segments, but he just disappears. The last time we see him, like, Kane's beating people up, and then the fucking cops pull up, and Kane, like, looks at the cop car and then just walks away. And that's the last time we see him. And I don't know if Kane was getting chased by the fucking feds, or, like, I don't understand what's happening.
I don't know. See, you're always talking about, like, when we do WCW, you're always talking about how it's the most wild shit. This was the precursor. This was what Russo started with, Devon. Do you see why I do not like Russo?
Oh, Jesus Christ, man.
The show just ended after that. So, like, the match was thrown out and it just ended.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you think there was...
That was pretty much
there was
it.
no conclusion. There was no conclusion, bro.
Yep, they didn't say anything about next week. They didn't say anything about anything. Everything was just, oh, well, that's it. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I will say they were sponsored by that fucking JVC Kaboom Box shit again.
Oh, they were also sponsored by Glover and fucking PlayStation's Medieval.
Yeah.
So,
for some fucking reason.
Bro. This fucking show.
Like, why the fuck were they getting so many sponsors from PlayStation?
Probably because they were popping, bro. They were popping off of shit.
They weren't getting no sponsors from Nintendo. Just PlayStation. They were putting games out on Nintendo at the time, though, because they had WWF N64 games and shit.
Yeah.
At the time, because that was before fucking God, I forget who the fuck made those games. It was before they switched over to
I think it
making
was.
WCW games. I think.
I think it was. Is it Aki or AKI? Is it? I don't know how you pronounce it.
Everybody says
People pronounce
Aki,
it
so I'm just gonna say
like
Aki.
like people pronounce it differently, so I'm just gonna say Aki as well. But yeah.
Yeah, because I think after they made because they made WWF Warzone or something, and then WWF Attitude or
No,
something.
okay,
Or
so
wait,
I
was
believe they
Attitude someone
made.
different?
I think Warzone and Attitude were both
Oh wait,
somebody
no.
different.
They made I remember now. They made fucking WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy, right?
Yeah, I don't know
Okay,
who
yeah.
made Warzone and Attitude, but those games are ass. Just
And
gonna let you
all
know.
you know, those people also made an ECW game as well.
Oh, I know. Oh, I think it's Acclaim that made fucking Attitude because that's who made
Yes, it was acclaimed.
Acclaim who made a fucking Attitude and then the ECW games. I don't know who made Warzone. Warzone's awful, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like Attitude was like an early
Who's the
one,
one that
so
made
it's like forgiven.
Who's the one that made fucking the WCW Nitro and Thunder and Backstage Assault games?
Uh,
Because those were all bad.
um, I think Acclaim made Backstage Assault. Um, trying to think. I feel like one of those games, like Nitro and let me just see. Let me just look it up.
Bro, I played
Because
WCW Nitro on my PS1 when I was a kid. It was like the worst game I ever played. Like the controls are so bad, it's like unplayable. At least it was for me. And fucking, yeah.
let's see. I'm gonna look at fucking. So, God damn it. Yeah, please let me. Okay. So, you wanted to know Nitro and Thunder? There's a lot of fucking WCW games. Hang on.
I know there was one called WCW NWO Revenge on N64. I have one on my PS1
Mayhem.
called WCW versus the World, and it sucks.
Mayhem was made
Oh yeah, Mayhem, that one I
by
forgot about.
was made by Kodiak Interactive. Backstage Assault. Oh, it was also Kodiak Interactive. It was not Acclaim.
Oh, Jesus.
Nitro, Inland Productions, and the publishers was THQ.
Oh, come on, THQ.
Revenge. Revenge was the one made by Aki and published by THQ.
No.
Thunder was made by Inland Productions, published by THQ.
Oh, THQ, come on.
Super Brawl on the Super Nintendo was made by Beam Software.
Beam
World
Software?
Tour. World Tour was made by Aki and published by THQ.
Who is
Versus the
WCW
World.
Yeah, how about you ask you?
Oh god, the Man Breeze and publishers were JP Asmic Ace Entertainment and THQ.
That game sucks ass, bro. I played it. It's terrible. Why did THQ make the terrible WCW games, man?
WCW Main Event was also made by Beam Software. And then WCW Wrestling, which came out, it's the earliest game. It came out in '89 on the original NES. Was made by, I'm not even pronouncing that. That is definitely Japanese. It is a definite Japanese name. I'm gonna butcher the fuck out of that. I guess Virtual Pro Wrestling counts, apparently. It's also made by Aki. I guess that for some reason counts as a WCW game, even though it's not.
Jesus Christ.
But
Well, there's that, I guess.
yeah, so there's a random history fact. But nonetheless, actually, let me see what fucking Warzone was made by, because that game is garbage. WWF
I played a lot of
N64 games.
I played a lot of WWF Attitude when I first got it on my N64. It was like I remember buying my N64 at this store called Endless Electronics, and I got fucking Mario Kart 64, Pokemon Snap, WWF Warzone, and WWF Attitude with it.
Oh, fucking, that's why it's trash. It was made by Acclaim Sports. Fuck you.
Oh god, bro,
Um,
oh, go ahead.
I'm making sure Attitude was also Acclaim. Yep. So,
Yeah, Attitude was fucking weird. Like, actually playing the game was like ass. So sometimes I would just like watch the matches, and it was still kind of ass. The only thing that was cool was like before the match, they would have like each wrestler would say like a voice line, like voiced by the actual wrestlers, which was pretty cool. And every wrestler also had like 4 attires, which was pretty cool.
I
And
will
that was
say,
like it with the coolness. That was it.
I know Warzone had one cool thing. That's the game that had like the actual like fucking kind of cutscene type things in it, but that's like it. The rest of it's trash. Like the gameplay is trash and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah. On that note, though, that was your review of Raw is War, November 16th, 1998.
Yep.
Devon loved it.
It's fucking almost 4 in the morning. I want to go to bed. I'm so tired.
Trust me, I have to wake up in like 3 hours.
You have to wake up in 3 hours? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Why? What the fuck?
I have to take my car to the shop, and
God,
then
fucking, God, it's fucking 2:48. For God, you gotta get up at fucking goddamn 6 a.m.
6:30. Yeah.
God damn. Are you going back to sleep when you get back home?
I'm not gonna be able to because I have to stay up and fucking because for some reason my boss said, "Oh, you're gonna work at 11 tomorrow."
11
It's like,
hour
"Oh,
shift?
no,
God
11
damn.
a.m.
Oh. Oh,
11
okay.
a.m. to like 5."
Damn. That's not too bad.
I
Could be a
mean,
lot
yeah,
worse.
it could be a lot worse. It could not even be until 5 because one of my clients might cancel, but who knows? But yeah. Either way, I'm sleeping fucking great tomorrow night.
Well, fucking, I know I'm gonna be sleeping like right after this review because I'm so fucking tired.
Yeah.
But don't worry, fucking these. For some reason, I don't know how this came to be, but we decided to go with SmackDown for our Ruthless Aggression reviews. Apparently, we're going with Raw is War for our fucking Attitude Era reviews for some reason.
I mean, there's SmackDown to there. We could watch the episode of where of SmackDown where fucking The Rock bottoms British Bulldog into like dog shit.
We could watch the one where fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger punches Triple H.
Oh my god.
I think that happened on SmackDown.
Yeah, I think so.
But there's more Raw reviews coming because me and Austin have discussed some ones that we want to do, as well as some more SmackDowns. So classic WWE/F reviews ain't going anywhere anytime soon.
And
So,
you'll get a sprinkle of WCW and ECW in there too, so don't worry.
yep. And possibly more TNA at some point too.
At some point, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Well, that was the November 16th, 1998 episode of Raw. I'm tired. Austin's probably tired.
Yeah, I
And,
don't sound like it, but I definitely am.
ow. And, we're gonna end this review and go the fuck to bed, because it is 3:51 a.m. for me. So, thank you for watching this review, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see you next time. Good night.